Hello everybody, we're live.
Hello.
She's alive. Yeah.
I know someone that's not alive.
I know a lot of people that aren't alive.
Baskin husband.
Oh Jesus! Wonder what happened to him. Okay, yeah. So we are live, and for anybody that is wondering what the bloody hell this is about, don't worry, you're going to find out soon. What I will say is, let us know if you have any difficulties hearing either myself, SGP, or Ray. Ray is currently trying to share the link, I believe. So SGP, SRI, you might as well fucking say hello.
Hello.
Get there eventually. SGP's not
Hello.
saying anything just to be a pain in the arse. Right, okay. I know we haven't talked about how we're going to go about this evening's announcement. I actually thought, okay, I wonder if I could set these to a challenge where I ask them questions and see if they actually just answer the question or go off on a tangent. But anyway, we'll see. I think, to be honest, though, well, let's start off with why we're doing this live. Quite simply because it's going to be easier to explain it, hopefully, live than it is on a message or a post or anything, on a picture or anything like that.
If you did it in a video, you'd have to edit it, whereas on here, if we cock up, we just carry on.
Exactly, there is that. Okay, so going to start off with, I mean, obviously, just to mention, I'm not an admin, but I do have information, a bit like the certain spy that's been around recently. Yeah, so I've got a bit of information, which is about why the Mazda Championship that we're going to be doing has had a little change to its start date recently. There's a couple of things I actually want to just touch on in case anybody doesn't know. The name of that championship has been called the Anniversaire d'Historique. SGP, do you want to explain why it's called that?
Because in October, it'll be 2 years since we've been doing league races.
Bloody hell! On GT Sport,
yeah.
In DGT.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the 2-year anniversary. Okay. Ray, do you want to explain why it's been moved date? Or do you still not know why?
Because it's gone. Because we've got another thing going to be starting, and it's going to try to get it. So we've got a wee bit of a gap at Christmas as well.
Okay, right. In that case, then, there's a question that I know we need to put to all of the listeners, and I'm hearing some weird noises on the microphone again, so whatever you're doing, SGP, stop scratching your balls. I'm
not doing back at all. Oh shit, they dropped my phone.
Yeah,
I'm not doing anything.
You are now. Okay, so... yeah, there's a question that needs put into all of the drivers, so you might as well do it live now. You can do it as well in private. So basically, the question is, drivers, do you want to race on bonfire night or not? because Bonfire Night's going to drop on a Thursday, and that has an effect on what we're going to announce. Not a big effect, but a little effect. But you are going to need to let us know if you are cool with racing on Bonfire Night and don't give a fuck about kids wanting to watch fireworks and stuff, or whether, as a family, you're going to need the time to spend together. Either that will kick the family outside in the freezing cold while you stay inside playing games. Just let us know. I'm sure SGP and Ray will ask you as well. But it does have an effect. Normally, at the end of a championship, these guys, they like to have a break. I don't know why. It's not like they do much. Of 2 weeks of no racing, but that's been moved to 1 week of no racing. So the anniversaire de historique thing is going to be started on the 8th, I think it was, you said, Steve?
Yep.
Right, okay. And on the screen at the moment, I'm just going to show the picture of the tracks that are going to be used and the tyres that are going to be used and the information, basically the information picture that I put up the other day. So, if anybody has got any questions about the anniversaire de historique, feel free to ask them, because now's the chance that we can answer them quite easily, hopefully. But I was just wondering, Ray, if you wanted to recap, for example, why the change of race length?
Well, we do, at the minute, we kind of do 5-minute quali, plus some practice, and then a 40-minute race. So we thought maybe extend it to 50 minutes and 5-minute quali. And it used to be a 15-minute race.
Did it? I thought it was always 40-minute race.
15 minutes quali a way back, but yeah.
Yeah, so basically we used to do 15-minute qualifying sessions and then a 40-minute race. So doing a 5-minute qualifying session and a 50-minute race isn't really going to take any longer. But SGP, do you want to expand on why it's gone up to 50 minutes? Because Ray has been exactly correct in everything he's said, except for the real reason.
Well, we're not clapping anymore, so we'll probably start that a wee bit early.
You never know. That's true. It's still not the real reason it's been gone up to 50 minutes, but go on, Steve.
So I was pushed.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? It won't be like that for every season there on afterwards. It's just a special one as its anniversary. And no other reason.
No, hang on. You told me it's because they're Le Mans cars and they're endurance racers, and shouldn't it last an extra 10 minutes because it's a special kind of endurance thing?
Yeah, but lasting an extra 10 minutes ain't exactly an endurance thing, is it, Dave?
No, it's a stamina thing. But anyway, Dave the Arp saying 50 minutes in a 787B, that's going to be harsh. Well, not really, when you think about it, because you're going to be on practicing for an hour and a half before the race anyway. So, if you take 10 minutes off that, you'll be absolutely fine, Dave.
Has he only just realised as well, when that information was out 2 weeks ago?
Possibly. But this is why I'm mentioning it. Also, there's no fuel usage in those races, mainly because you're going to need your radar on in those cars. They're not necessarily faster than the Zanassin, but they're very interesting to drive, let's put it that way. The race times, it's going to be the first sunny PM that's available, and if there isn't a sunny PM, then it will be the nearest sunny 2 PM. So if that means that it's 6 AM and it's sunny, then that's what it will be. And if it's 6 PM sunny and that's the earliest one to midday, then that's what it's going to be. As for the race tyres, though, that's the big thing that's changing for the Mazda Championship, which is there's going to be 3 tyre compounds available, but not at every race. It's 1 tyre at each event. Now, the tyres should last enough to do a 1-stop. Dave the Arp, 3 stops for you. But yeah, the tyres should be just about able to do a 1-stop. Questionable as to whether you're better off on a 2-stop. but the tyres have been selected for the track specifically. So a track like Monza No Chicanes, where the tyre wear is hardly anything, we get to use the racing soft tyre. Somewhere like Yamagiwa, where the tyre wear is absolutely evil, we use the racing hard tyre. And the tyre wear is on ×8 for all three types of tyre. So make sure you take a snapshot of this picture if you haven't already, because you're going to need it when you want to practice if you're not with other people. And hopefully it should make for a very interesting dynamic. And what we have seen as well, for example, at Yamagiwa, I tested it myself. The racing softs at Yamagiwa I thought would be brilliant. They were terrible. The racing hard was the best tyre around that track. It was even better than the mediums around that track. So yeah, it has. It's not like they've just gone, oh yeah, that one. It has been checked and tested.
I want that one.
A bit like the VW I was about to say. Okay, so if anyone wants any other information about the this, let us know. Feel free to ask. Okay, now I think it's time we get on to the real reason that we're here this evening. The big announcement. You
Sorry.
dirty bastard.
Oh,
How long have you been holding that?
Go on. Sorry, I interrupted unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Why do we invite him into these things?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know if it's not him having a shit. It's fucking something else, isn't it? Right. Okay. So the real reason that we're here is for a big
Exterminate.
yeah. Is for an announcement. Right. Okay. This is where I am now going to test my theory as to whether I'm going to ask a question and whether they can answer the question and only the question that was asked. Let's go.
No problem.
Right. SGP. Something is going to be happening over the Christmas period, we believe, but normally in the way of DGT, we have a name for certain events that are happening. So do you have a name for whatever event is going to be taking place over the Christmas period?
Yes.
Knobhead, what is it?
I was told I could only answer
Yeah,
the question.
I asked you, what is it?
The name of the event?
Yes, the name of the event. What's the name of the event going to be?
WTF.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's the
All right,
WT Ford.
It's the what? It's the WT Ford. Yes, the WT Ford. The WTF. The Ford.
The what?
Yes.
The Ford?
What the Ford? Yes.
Fucking
I'm making
hell.
sure I don't say
That was
anything that I'm
fucking
not supposed to.
pish.
That ain't going to happen. Okay, so that's the name of the championship. That's it. That's all the information you need to know. Really? Okay, no, that's not true, obviously. Right, okay, so the name of the event is going to be called the WTF. Steve was right, really. It's called the WTF for a reason. It is what the Ford. And would you like to let everybody know which vehicle it is that we're going to be using in said events?
Who?
Either of you.
Race term.
Ford Raptor.
The Ford Raptor. Ray is absolutely correct. And now if you're kind of getting on to what's happening here, you might be starting to work out really what is happening. Okay, we changed the date of the start of the Master Championship to create some space around the Christmas period. Would you like SGP to explain why you want the gap around the Christmas period?
Sometimes people are busy shopping when it's a race night, and not everyone can always make it. So it's a bit more of a casual races. Still doing the points and the things like that, but yeah, it's just basically a bit more fun around the Christmas period, a bit more relaxed. And I don't know how much more information you want from me without me going off on a tangent.
That'll do. I can go on a tangent instead. No, Steve's absolutely right there. It's something to bide us over the Christmas period, depending on the dates. For Bonfire Night, if people want to race Bonfire Night, then we're going to have 2 weeks available before Christmas Eve to get a couple of events in. 2 Thursdays to get some events in. We'll then have 2 weeks after the new year to get some more events in. What will change with that is if we don't race on bonfire night, then everything will get moved back a week. So what we'll say with the WTF, as Steve's microphone's gone mental again. Thank you. Either that or it was Ray's kettle. Doubtful, because I don't think Ray's ever used a kettle. They don't brew beer.
I know I'm on the tea, but it's the wrong type.
Yeah, okay, so what we'll say with this event is, whenever the Mazda Championship is finished, this event will begin the week after. So straight after. Unless it ends up dropping on Christmas Eve. We ain't racing Christmas Eve. Okay. Now, if it does get pushed back, then instead of 2 weeks in the new year, it'll be 3 weeks in the new year. And whatever championship's going to be after this will then start late January, maybe early February. Dave the Arp says, fuck this, I'm going on Tinder. That's the wrong one, Dave.
I should be on Grindr.
Oh, okay, so couple of things to let everybody know is, well, I suppose really we just get on to, I suppose it's the exciting bit, isn't it? The reveal, really. I mean, there is a bit more information, but I don't want to bore people. We can give that information out afterwards. So, basically, SGP, would you like to explain what you've been doing in the last couple of weeks to do with these cars?
I can't because Claire's boiling the kettle. It's good.
Ray, would you like to explain what Steve's been doing the last couple of weeks to do with these cars?
Nothing. It's done fuck all.
Making my job very hard here, Raymond.
I've been busy doing liveries.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, SG...
Liveries done. And there's been said parts of liveries for people. I don't know if you've got the picture.
Oh, I've got videos. I've got videos of every car. Basically, what Ray's trying to say, I have kind of gagged these two a little bit by saying don't say too much. I should have just let them fucking waffle, really. Basically, what's happened is SGP has made a livery for everybody. Now, I will mention that you don't have to take part in these events over the Christmas period. It's just if you want to and you're available and you want to come and take part, crack on. There's going to be a livery available for you because SGP's made them all. And because it's something a little bit different and it's something a little bit fun, we've kind of decided that instead of just slapping people's names on the sides of the vehicle, we should perhaps do something a little bit different. So I think we should show, because we're going to show them now, some of the liveries, and I think we should start off with SGPs and then we can just pick them at random at which ones we want to have a look at. So I think we should have a look at SGP's livery in the Ford, and actually I will mention as well, as we are having a look at this, as it starts spinning round, there are a few special features about the events that's going to be happening over the Christmas period. On the Thursdays, there's not going to be one race, there's going to be 2 races. There's going to be 2 20-minute races. At race 1, there's going to be a very short qualifying, and then for every other race, the grid will be formed in race result order. Okay, so you'll have qualifying for race 1, the result of that first race will be the grid for the second race, and the result of that will be the grid for the third race the week later. Now, it's not going to be a normal championship or normal race events, as Dave the Art may have sort of hinted at. He's said rally. He's even put a kiss on it. No kisses, Dave, but you can do a bit of you can do a bit of headbutting though if you want, because there's a reason it's called the WTF, and that is because it's kind of what the fuck. In that it's kind of rallycross. Oh, that's what the kiss was for. It's not a kiss, it's rallycross. He's just put in some fucking cross. Sorry, Dave, I thought you were just being very tender and loving tonight. So, yeah.
That'll be our first
Yeah, come here. Yeah, so it is kind of rallycross, but there is one rule. And there's a short way to explain that one rule, but we'll not do that straight away. We'll do the slightly longer version if SGP's ready to explain the longer version of the rule.
Well, if you want to jump onto another car to put on screen, then we'll go on to the next
I want
bit.
everybody to have a really good look at your adult nappies for SGPs.
Adult nappies for SGPs, yes, they've seen that.
Well, who are you going to pick on then to have a look at?
Put Ray's on while we talk about the next thing then. Ooh. Might as well get the admins out of the way.
Go on then. Right, so explain yourself, young man.
Okay, so what was the question again?
What's the rules? The longer version. The
longer version of the rules is there are no rules apart from no contact that takes somebody out that takes you out at the same time, which we're going to try and give it an easy name to remember, which is no kamikaze. So basically, contact allowed, go for it, but not to the point where you're killing yourself or damaging your own race to damage somebody else's.
So I can smash into someone and overtake them, and it's all fine.
Yep.
But if I smash into someone and I end up off the track as well, like stationary kind of, then that's not right.
That's not right. So basically, I think in banger racing they call it if you're like following somebody into the barrier, that's a big no-no. So basically, if somebody, if you don't just shunt somebody straight off and you're off with them, no. But if you want to lean on someone or hit somebody off or run somebody into a wall or into the pit lane, fine, go for it.
Okay, so it's no olds barred, but no kamikaze. By the way, I've got to say, I love Ray's rabbits. Do you do cats as well?
What? Pussies? Yeah, of course.
No comment.
That's why I've got 4 kids.
Right, who else? Whose livery should we have a look at next?
Kyle's.
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah, Tyler. If he's not buggered off to farming, which reminds me, actually, Tyler, you might not know, we've restarted the farm. Okay, so let's go and have a look at Tyler's livery then. Oh, that doesn't really look that different until you actually see what his sponsors is. Tyler's tyres, and it's got a puncture. Tyler, don't ever get into doing tyres.
Yeah, just while we're watching this one go round, just mention about the no rules and all that. It also means no track limits. So if you can get away with cutting a corner without it resetting you, fine, go for it. But if it resets you, tough shit. Or if it doesn't count your lap, tough shit.
What about fuel and tyre wear?
Let's discuss that when we put the next car in.
Okay, Tyler, pick someone's car to have a look at. He's actually said he was expecting a lot worse. We've been quite nice with some of them.
Yeah, I'm not getting the comments. Oh no, there we are. The comments are coming through.
Tyler wants Steve F1. Okay.
Steve F1, get ready. Someday else, please.
Yeah, if Steve F1 is watching, stop practicing your knobhead. Have a look at your livery, and then pick someone else's to have a look at. I've got to admit though, Steve's livery does look good on that truck. But what I will say,
for saying that Steve didn't do it,
yeah. What I will say though, Steve, SGP, is that I'm sure you've put a bit more effort in some of these trucks than others, you know. But,
not really, not when you look at it.
All right, okay, fair enough.
But yeah, Steve's a spanner. There should be in between Steve's ass spanners.
Just wait for Twilight to put. No, it should be splitters.
Yeah.
You get them on front of cars, right? Steve F1, come on, pick someone's livery to have a look at. SGP, yeah, you was mentioning obviously, yeah. There's no track limits or anything like that.
So we'll talk about tyre wear and fuel.
Oh yeah, you did. Go on then, tyre wear and fuel.
None.
Oh, right, okay.
0.
Okay, so what about tracks? Do you know what tracks you're using?
Yes.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, Steve F1 wants to have a look at Twilight's.
Jason needs to sleep, so Right, well, Jason, before we show yours, you need to pick someone's.
Yeah, pick someone's.
So
Jason.
anyway,
so
Twilight, if you're watching, you need to pick someone. So Twilight's is up next then.
yeah, and I'll put Jason's on after that. So Twilight's. Personally, I don't get this one. Why is it Twilight's Velcro beards?
Only Kate will know.
And why is it on the back of the truck? It looks like our dad wearing sunglasses.
It looks like Twilight wearing sunglasses. But anyway,
Jason's said me. I like the look of Twilight's truck. That does look pretty good. Okay, so let's have a look then at Jason's. I've got to admit, of all the decals I've done, right, Jason, yours is my favourite, right? I think. Okay, so here's Jason's. He's gone for the Castrol livery, and Jason's Jets with a very happy looking plane.
it reminds me of like Jimbo, the old cartoon.
Jason won't know that probably.
No, probably not.
But yeah, actually, yeah. Or I mean, it could be a star in the new Planes movie. But I've got to admit, it does look that. Truck does look pretty cool like that, actually, though, to be fair. Okay, that's Jason's. We'll have a look at mine then. I'm going to have to pick somebody after that, aren't I? I'll pick Dave the Arps after that, because he is there watching. So, fuck him.
That means that Dave the Arp's going to need to pick someone.
That is true. Well. Dave the Arp is going to. Yeah, here's the lack of effort. You're painting it red.
Who for yours?
For me, yeah.
Yeah, there's reasons though. I was going to do red and black, but then Twilight's has got black on it.
Fair enough. Yeah, sponsored by Demon Dungeons.
You do have all the little sponsors up the side, and look at
True.
The step that's got black and red on it.
Oh right, okay, yeah. Even the underneath has got some paint on it as well.
Yeah.
It will have it one of the first races anyway. Jason says he loved it.
Good stuff. All of them do have a bit of a coloured. Actually, I think Twilight's has got a black underneath, but yours has got a red underneath. They've all got coloured underneath.
Yeah, and also I think all of the liveries, once the guys get a closer look at
basements.
If I ever make a basement company, it's being called that, or a studio company, or a hotel actually. Okay, so I'm gonna show Dave the Harps then. Oh, I love this one. As much as I like Jason's, I should have put a little kid as a decal. Tyler, I don't want to get locked up. Jesus. Okay, so Dave the Harps. Hopefully Dave's going to like this one. It looks good. It's red. And he's sponsored by Dynamite Dave's. And they're about to... Well, they've got matches lit.
Well, the thing is, though, right? Again, it's another red livery, so I had to be careful with yours being red, Twilight's being red, but they're all different. They're all definitely noticeably different cars from a distance, because with it being red and white on this one.
That is true. That is true. Dave says it's cool.
His wheels as well. Dave the Arp special wheels.
Oh, yeah, true. And the Bulldog on there. Looking good. Okay, so Dave said he wants to have a look at Connor's. Connor's. I'll remember that one. Okay, so Connor, you're not going to miss him. Bright yellow. And knock, knock.
Who's there?
Conrad. Bang!
Bang!
Now you know why I did the joke. For Conrad's Conrads. Yeah. 3 weeks I've been working on that.
Yeah.
Okay, Connor, you need to pick someone now. I don't think Connor's watching, but okay, Ray, I'm going to let you pick someone. Fluffy. Okay, Fluffy. I've just remembered what some Fluff is. Okay, Fluffy with the traditional lime green and black livery, sponsored by Fluffy's Fishers. Ockham.
Ockham.
or as the fish would say, Ockham. So looking at the liveries, you can see that we're not taking the WTF. Yeah. Oh yeah, you did put Fluffy's flowers on there as well. Oh,
Yeah, his flowers is on there.
I forgot to keep that one
Showing
rotating.
his feminine side.
Yeah, Fluffy's flowers. Fluffy gets 2. He's special. We know he's special. So yeah, there's Fluffy's. Okay, SGP, would you like to pick another one?
Jimmy,
where is Jimmy? Oh, he's there. Okay, here we go. Bosh, Jimmy. Nice bright yellow, bit of white on there. And who's he sponsored by?
Jimmy's Johnny's.
Fucking hell.
Bang and the dirt is gone. Oh dear.
Yeah, I wonder how long it's going to be until GT Sport ban that decal. We'll wait and see. I'm sure I can remake it. But yeah, so we've got Johnny's. I'm sure he's going to absolutely fucking love that one.
I need to explain something about Jimmy's though.
Is it to do with a pink star? Because I'm confused.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Well, you may notice that it says special 4 cup above it.
Oh,
I won the race. No, he never won the race.
No, that was Tyler.
No, he's not won any races in the special 4 cup. But
he said he was going to win the championship.
He said it, yeah. I put his star on there, especially for him.
Yeah.
But I couldn't put a gold on because that's for special champions only. So he's got his very special champion star on there.
Just remembered, yeah. Okay, Tyler's asked to look at Rich's. We will have a look at Rich's. And while we look at Rich's, there's something else we need to explain. And that is, because this is kind of like an over the Christmas event, but it's still actually a kind of championship, but it's not a proper championship, what are you going to do about champion?
They will still be a champion, all in their own right. But when I say all in their own right, yeah, separate from the normal champion. So we've got to give them a special name, and I've come up with the Dirty Champ.
All right, okay. Bunsell winning then.
Yeah, Dirty Champ.
Dirty Champ. So, if you happen to win the championship in the WTF, you're not going to be invited into the Demon R SGP Steve F1 Champions Club. You get to create your own special dirty one. And if any of you instantly thought of pole dancers, like I just did, I might have to win this championship. So yeah, Rich's for Rich Blues, because I know he likes a bit of a dabble on the gambling, you know. So I reckon he's secretly minted, and I bet he'd love to run a bookies. Okay, SRI Raymond, pick somebody else to reveal.
Fuck, I forgot who they've done.
Well, say a name and I can let you know.
Fuck, I'm thinking.
Alright, Steve, save him. Save him.
You want me to save him, really?
Well, yeah.
We done Mitch?
No, we haven't done Mitch.
I was just about to say a different name to that, but yeah, there's Mitch.
Okay, so Mitch, bright orange liveried Ford Raptor, sponsored by Mitch's Bitches, the dog, not grooming, I can't think of the word, holy shit.
Like dog kennels?
Well, where you buy breeders. Mitch's Bitches Dog Breeders. There you go. That's what I meant. Yeah. I love that little puppy having a shit.
I'll be right back. I'll make my mic.
Hay says that one's the best one so far. You've not seen yours yet.
Seen as hazy here. Well, put Hayes up.
Steve F1 has said show Gary's.
Yeah, can do.
Okay, so Gary's mean looking white on black, sponsored by Gary's Gaffer Tapes. I don't know why I went with gaffer tapes on that one for Gary, but I don't know. Maybe it's the only way I remember now. Because he's always the one that goes on about let me out. That's why I went with the gaffer tapes for him. Is that a cow on his bonnet?
No. Cheeky fucker.
What is it?
I knew that. I actually saw it myself and thought it looked like a cow. I thought, fuck it, I'm leaving it on there. Nah, It's basically just black and white, and it's got gaffer tape over the top. So it's like the side is like two vehicles stuck together with Gary's gaffer tape.
Is that what he's using for the electrics? And he says,
it might be, actually. That's probably why his PlayStation went off last night. And if his missus is listening, he wasn't playing the PlayStation last night. Okay, let's have a look then at Hayes. Obviously, there's only one way we can go with Hayes. It's obviously haystacks, isn't it?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I got to admit, this is a sexy looking truck with Hayes needles. It's not a needle in a haystack. It's Hayes needles.
it's anti-drugs.
No, there's a thread with it. I very nearly did do a big syringe, but I thought no, it might get taken the wrong way. It's needle and thread. But I've got to admit, that truck does look badass in that colour scheme.
Yeah, does look good.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we've still got Bunsel's.
Yeah, we have. Bunsel's is quite nice, actually.
Bunsel's is the last one. You know what? That's probably quite fitting, because I wouldn't be surprised if Bunsell ends up winning this championship. Winning this championship. You actually mentioned, SGP, that you know which tracks are going to be used. Do you want to let people know what tracks are going to be used so they can have an idea?
Can do.
Go on,
got them in order.
Before we show Bunsel's, then, as you're talking through them, I'll go through the cars again on screen.
Okay. Alright, so the Watford tracks round. When I say round 1 will be race 1 and 2. Yeah, so round 1, qualifying will be held at DGT Seaside, and then a 20-minute race at DGT Seaside, followed by race 2 at Brazil. Then the following week will be in previous race order at Red Bull Ring Short for race 3, and then at race 4, Nürburgring GP. So then, if the dates work right, we should be now after the New Year period with 2 more weeks to go. So races 5 and 6 will be Big Willow.
Oh, God.
And Laguna Seca. And then the final round of races will be Monza and Barcelona to finish.
Ooh, see, Monza's an interesting one there, that's for certain.
Well, why did you go ooh when we said Big Willow, Dave?
God, I fucking hate that track. Everybody hates that track.
There's come some good fucking jumps on it, though, isn't there?
yeah, true.
But if you lose a lap because you cut too much, or if it sets you back and resets you, and so on and so on, so be it. But something actually I've missed off with something we've not discussed. Something that's going to be a little different.
Go on then.
Maximum boost, maximum slipstream.
Right.
So that way, if someone does shunt you off and you're off into the gravel or miles away, you've got more chance of catching back up, and you can still cut corners to try and catch up as well. So it's a 20-minute fast action race where everything's just like, yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. A little spy told me you've been testing something else recently that you're wondering about putting into it.
Yep. Some damage. Not much.
Why?
Well, make it. It was an idea. We're still in testing though, so we're not too sure.
To be fair, we tested it last night, and half the guys on the grid didn't even fucking realise they had fucking damage on.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But to be fair, I'm not saying yes or no to it, and neither is Ray. But we've got between now and that championship or that event starting to lock it down whether we're going to put it on or not. So between then and now, we're going to have plenty of time to test it out. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We don't want the one that you have to pit for, because that'd be...
No.
It would be light damage,
yes. Light damage that self-repairs. Okay, Hay is asking, is it Monza with the chicane?
Yes, and there's a good reason for that, and that is it puts more barriers and bollards and cones in the way to drive over.
And you can jump.
Yeah, That is true. You can. We could get quite a few different jumps. I mean, that is one of the good things about these. These trucks, they're gonna, if they hit barriers, they're not gonna stop, are they? They're just gonna keep going. F1LL. Well, interestingly, I think I might know who it is. I could be wrong. Steve F1 asking, do you get points for best jump? Only if you land on someone. I do know there's somebody of the name of Jimmy, who we used to race with, who is a follower. Yeah, I could be wrong. I know Jimmy is one of the followers. Formerly Hamilton
44.
Yeah.
No. Oh, you know the one. I know the one you mean. Though,
the one that's not Mad Sorensen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, this is
AMR.
no,
it's Vantage.
Vantage.
All right.
Vantage.
It's not quite the next car. It's
It's an in-between.
The car after the next car is a bit of fun over Christmas period. Here's a question then. What about, are you doing race videos for it?
I don't know, are you doing race videos for it, Dave?
I know, are you doing race videos?
I don't know, you paying me in alcohol?
I would say yes, but I think we need to try and get some new recruits in the comms box on that have not done it before, that would be a bit worried about doing it, but I think they'd be quite interesting.
Like Fluffy?
Yeah, and Dave the Art.
Oh, Fluffy's going for an overtake, fuck him.
And Dave the Art, and Bunsell.
Yeah, Dave
and
Cook,
Hay.
Bunsell, Hay, yeah.
Mitch.
Yeah. Gary's done it.
Yeah, Gary's done it.
Rich.
Tyler, yeah.
Oh, yeah, fucking Tyler. I'd have
Tyler,
to do all the talking.
He'll just type a message.
Yeah, put it up on the chat.
Right, Gary's mentioned something about Anne Groover. Well, to be fair, with Groover, I need to talk to him to find out whether he's likely to be wanting to be involved with it or not. Because if he is, then we can whack a truck out for him, not a problem.
Just whack one out, eh?
Yeah.
Well, that's why we were late getting on. Okay, I'm showing SGPs Car currently, so for anybody that didn't see it earlier, this was the first car I showed. And if you remember from, was it the race the other night, or was it practice, where someone mentioned about adult nappies, and I says, remember that? It's because I'd already made this sponsor, adult nappies for SGPs. Okay, so it's time to show Bunsel's now. I think everyone's going to love this one, and definitely Bunsell. So, gone with the Dale Earnhardt number 3 style. Looks pretty good. Sponsored by Bunsel's Bumpers.
Pretty cool,
that. So, yeah.
I like the colour scheme.
It does look good, doesn't it? The black on grey.
The red highlight.
Yeah. I mean, that is what Dale Earnhardt ran. Well, that's what he was in
when he did his truck racing, yeah.
And his NASCAR.
Bunsel's next season's car in the Mazda is that livery.
Oh, that would look good. That does remind me as well, actually, when it comes to, and Steve F1 is right, we could be looking at the championship winning vehicle, because in the few tests that were done without people knowing it, Bunsell was really fucking good at this type of racing, so he could win. But yeah, the thing is though, it's not about winning and it's not about losing, it's about just having fun, and that's what they're going to be about.
Yeah, because we do these championships and we get serious, so it's just to add a wee bit of fun, especially over the Christmas time.
Yeah.
We don't want to have MD falling out and getting taken off the Christmas card list.
But also, it's after we've done a bit of practice on a Monday night, it's just so easy to someone say, can we just go and do some what the Ford somewhere? And everyone will know what it instantly means, and you can just take your anger out on people in the right way rather than the wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah, that is absolutely true. There was something else. Yes, there was something else I was going to say, which is one of the reasons for us announcing this stuff this early is to explain why we've had to move the anniversary, the historique. But it's also so that people know kind of what is going to be happening over Christmas, but also what's going to be happening in the new year. It also gives us plenty of time to prepare for whatever the new year is going to be, whether it be a new championship, or, I mean, I'm just throwing this out there, whatever the situation may be with PS5s.
Fuck 'em.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough. But I mean, because that's it's an interesting point, really, because isn't it November? I think they're due out.
I'm not sure when. It might be, but I know that it's supposed to be later on this week. It might even be tomorrow. They're releasing the price point on it.
Oh, right, okay. So,
Yeah.
well, when they release the price point, that'll be when they open the pre-orders, I would guess. I've been seeing a lot of different stories of that. Yes, you may be able to pre-order, but okay, Tyler's saying November 20th. So yeah, it's not November 20th. Yes, I've been seeing a few reports that you be able to put your pre-order in, but they're going to be selecting who gets the pre-orders because they don't think they're going to be able to basically cope with the full
So that means
demand.
basically anyone that's got a YouTube channel with more than 25,000 followers will probably be on the list.
Probably something stupid like that. So as far as we're concerned, basically we'd be going into the next year basically considering the next championship on this game, because if the back compatibility is available on the PS5, anyone that gets that should still be able to race with us on the PS4.
I don't see any need to consider changing over at any point soon.
No.
Until we notice that we've kind of like lost half the grid because everyone's on PS5s.
Yeah.
Then it's like it defeats the object.
Yeah, the thing is as well, there's not much point moving on to the PS5 unless, I'm guessing, GT7, which, to be honest, I think is the game that you will end up going to, because I know that when we were younger, before Tyler was born, we would have loved to have done league racing on the old GT games, and having a new one come in soon, that could be interesting, but that's not going to happen until it's ready and these guys are ready.
But even then, when it does come out, you've still got to think about if we decide to do the first season we do on it, everyone's got to have earned enough money to purchase the first car, or
yeah.
So it's like there's no rush to change onto a PS5 at all.
No, that is absolutely true.
Bugs or glitches?
Yeah, I mean, there could be any number of potential faults with the PS5s when they come out, but I guess we shall have to wait and see on that one. Right, if anyone's got any questions that they want to ask, now's the time to ask them, because we're going to be ending. Oh God, go on.
Can we go drive the Fords on GT?
I need to fucking practice my Toyota.
We can do the Toyotas after we've had some people drive the Fords with us.
We'll see.
Why are you asking him?
Yeah.
Well, I just want to know if people in the comments want to actually go have a drive over now, whether they want to do this week's practice.
Tyres. What's the tyres going to be again?
Hey, asking what tyres it is.
The shittest ones. Simple as that. Whichever the tyres are, I think the Comfort Hards. They're the ones.
Comforts.
All right, okay, so it's the shittest one. Tyler saying I got a PS4 at release day, broke a month later. Well, yeah, that's what happens if you crack one off all over it. When you're releasing your capture, Dave, never. Okay, Vantage is asking, can he join the WTF? Well, that's an interesting question. I'll tell you what, message SGP in private. Or the page, that'd be the way to do it. Okay, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else to let you know. Yes, make sure that your liveries are done for the anniversary d'historique, because I'm going to need to do some work with those in the very near future, because obviously with not having a big break, oh, SGP. Vanty says, I can't, he blocked me on both, you nasty bastard. Yeah, with us not having a big break between this championship and the next one, it doesn't give me a lot of time to get everything done. Okay, right, I think we're just about done, aren't we, guys?
Yep.
Hey, why does it rain on him? Because you lied when you were 17. Aberdeen Angus, your favourite? Yep.
I do like an Aberdeen Angus. I don't. Can one of you do me a smoking livery on the 787B, please?
No.
Well, Ray can't. Ray, you ain't done a livery on your own cars.
When it says a smoking livery, does it mean like a smoking as in looks wicked, looks cool, looks great, or does it mean a smoking as in like a
Rothmans or Camel, or was it Camel that had the cowboys?
A broken lighter.
Yeah.
Or a Lucky Strike.
Lucky Strike, yeah. Is SGP naked during podcast as well as races? Yes.
Yeah, it's too hot today not to be. Do you want me to put the camera on?
No. Dave says Sigs and the lighters. Yeah, I'm sure SGP will do you one.
I can do that.
Right.
The number 6 on it.
Okay. Time then to bring this to an end. Thank you for everybody for... he says Benson's. Hey, you know what? A Benson and Edges livery would probably look pretty good.
Like a Jordan F1 Benson and Edges.
No, not necessarily Jordan. I mean, Benson and Edges is actually gold. Dave says 10, not 6. Gary for the win on Thursday. Gary, you're doing really well.
Going off.
That's Claire's. Right, okay. It is time to end now.
Are we going to a lobby?
Yes.
Yes. What the lobby will be, I've got no idea, but we're going to a lobby.
Okay. Right, everybody, take care. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you have any future questions, feel free to put them to these guys and not me. Right. Have a good one, and we will see you all soon. And we'll hopefully see you over Christmas for the What the Ford.
Bye. Let me out.
Let me out.